The creature you're about to see has captivated the minds of ufologists and pathologists alike.
Throughout history, people have been seeing beings so strange that don't seem to make sense. From eerie sightings in the woods to mysterious figures captured in the skies. Hang on for the encounters that will force you to believe the impossible. Ancient giant. Some mysteries are so strange that they seem almost impossible to believe. Back in 2009, a tourist in Indonesia experienced one of these unbelievable moments. While walking through a quiet area, he spotted a group of officers transporting a Triceratops dinosaur on a cart. The sight left him completely stunned. He had no idea how it was possible. And even more perplexing, no one knew where they were taking it. To this day, the whole event remains a mystery, with no explanation for how it happened. Baby dinos. A group of friends went deep into the woods to explore, but what happened next was hard to believe. As they were walking, they suddenly saw something incredible. A group of baby dinosaurs crossed their path. They were so shocked that they couldn't move or follow them. No one knew where they came from or where they went, leaving the friends in awe and wondering if they had just witnessed something impossible. CCTV captures. A man checking his CCTV footage outside his house saw something unbelievable. A baby dinosaur was running on the streets. He quickly shared the video online, and it left everyone in shock and disbelief. People couldn't believe their eyes and shared different thoughts. Some wondered if it was a hoax, while others thought it could be some kind of scientific experiment gone wrong. Whatever it was, it sure left the internet buzzing with questions and curiosity. No one could figure out where it came from or why it was there. Unexpected catch. A fisherman in China had a strange encounter while working by the river. One day, he spotted something unbelievable: a small dragon. He tried telling others, but no one believed him. Determined to prove it, he set up a camera and waited for hours. Finally, his patience paid off. The dragon appeared by the riverbank, and he slowly approached it. The video he recorded shocked everyone, but after that day, the dragon was never seen again. Mysterious creature. In 2015, a video emerged from Boise, Idaho, showing an enormous, winged creature gliding through the sky. It looked unlike anything most people had ever seen. Some speculated it was a pterosaur, a flying reptile that went extinct millions of years ago. The footage quickly spread across social media, and many were convinced that this was real, that somehow a creature thought to be long gone had reappeared. But no one really knows for sure. Whether it was a pterosaur or something else entirely, the mystery remains unsolved, and everyone keeps asking, could this really be happening? Extinct cat. A video was shared on social media from an unknown source, leaving viewers puzzled. In the footage, two famous extinct saber-toothed cats were clearly visible, locked in a cage. What shocked everyone was that no one knew where this footage was taken, but the quality looked quite old. The video sparked many different opinions online. Some believed scientists had secretly kept them, possibly for research, while others thought it might not even be a saber-toothed cat at all. As the video spread, the mystery grew deeper, leaving everyone wondering what the real truth was. Baby dino. Chinese scientists are known for their groundbreaking research, but sometimes their discoveries seem so strange that they leave people questioning reality. A video shared online from an unknown source puzzled every viewer. It showed a Chinese doctor carefully carrying a baby dinosaur. The creature appeared gentle, and it seemed clear that the scientists had taken good care of it. People shared different opinions about it. Some believe that they must have done this with the help of ancient dinosaur bones. while others believed that it was created by experimenting on some other animal. However, the video raised many questions. Where was the dinosaur taken, and where is it now? To this day, no one knows the answers, and the mystery remains unsolved. Werewolf. A man took his dog for a walk in the woods, but they ended up going much deeper than planned. Suddenly, his dog darted off towards something. At first, the man couldn't see what caught its attention, but as he got closer, he couldn't believe his eyes. There in front of him stood a massive werewolf. His dog, fearless, tried to attack it, but the creature fought back, causing the dog to retreat. The man quickly grabbed his dog and hurried away, never returning to the woods again.
Hey!
Mysterious dinosaur. A man was driving home late at night after work. Everything seemed normal, but suddenly, something strange appeared right in front of his car. It was a dinosaur, but not like any he had seen before. Its skin looked unusual, like it didn't belong. The man was terrified it might attack him, but instead, the creature turned and walked back into the woods. He couldn't believe he had just seen something that should be long gone. It's possible that there's a scientist's lab nearby where it was created as a result of some experiment, and it might have escaped from there. Beast creature. A camper in the woods had just gone to sleep when suddenly he heard strange noises. He grabbed his torch and started looking around. What he saw next terrified him. A giant werewolf-like beast sitting by a tree. It looked hurt, as if it had been badly injured and needed help. The camper was so scared of it that he couldn't do anything but turn and run, leaving the creature behind. Maybe it should have at least offered some help. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Mythical being. One evening, a man sat quietly outside his home, enjoying the calm skies above. Suddenly, something unusual caught his eye. At first, he thought it was a large bird gliding through the air, but as he focused, he realized it was nothing like a bird. It was a massive dragon, its wings spread wide, soaring gracefully in the sky. The size was breathtaking, unlike anything he had ever imagined. The creature hovered for a while, then turned toward the woods and disappeared. The man sat frozen in shock, unable to believe what he had just witnessed. Uninvited guest. A man was driving down a highway in Canada near the woods when his car suddenly stopped. He tried to restart it, but it wouldn't budge. Just when the car finally started, something unexpected happened. A scary-looking wolf appeared and stood in the middle of the road, staring at him. The man was frozen in fear, but after a while, the wolf slowly turned and disappeared into the woods. Miraculously, the car stayed on, leaving the man shaken and wondering if the creature had something to do with it. Biggest vulture. The Andean condor, one of the largest birds in the world, is truly a remarkable sight. While exploring the breathtaking mountains of Peru, a group of tourists stumbled upon this massive bird. Its sheer size initially frightened them, but they soon realized it was a gentle giant. Gathering their courage, they moved closer and admired its majestic presence. They even managed to take a few pictures before the condor spread its massive wings and flew away, leaving them in awe of the incredible encounter. T-Rex. Woods are full of mysteries, and sometimes they hold secrets that defy all logic. A man exploring the woods in Dallas, Texas, stumbled upon something unbelievable. He discovered the massive body of a T-Rex lying in surprisingly good condition. It didn't look like it had been there for long, making him wonder if it had been living there secretly. Shocked and unsure of what to do, the man quickly left the site, leaving behind a mystery that still lingers in his mind. Zanzibar. The Zanzibar leopard was thought to have disappeared forever, but in 2018, wildlife expert Forrest Galante spotted one on camera during his show Extinct or Alive. This happened on Unguja Island in Zanzibar. The discovery was shocking because scientists had declared the leopard extinct about 25 years earlier. It was once common in the area, but many people believed it was linked to witchcraft and magic. Because of these beliefs, locals hunted the leopard until its numbers dropped drastically. However, researchers need to study its DNA to confirm if this leopard is truly a Zanzibar leopard or possibly a similar species from mainland Africa. Mysterious goat. In a small town in Indonesia, something strange happened when locals saw a black goat walking on two legs, just like a human. Its movements were slow and unnatural, making people feel really scared. Many whispered that the goat might be possessed, while others stayed quiet, too scared to speak. The goat didn't stay for long. It wandered off and disappeared. No one could explain what they saw that day, and the memory still leaves everyone in shock. Strange rat. A man spotted something strange outside his home. It was a rat, but it didn't look normal at all. It had 3 eyes, 2 in the usual spots, and 1 in the middle of its forehead. Its black fur and long tail made it even creepier. The man was shocked, unsure of what to do as he stared at the creature. The rat eventually scurried away, but the strange sight left him confused and wondering what it could have been. Mysterious owl. Visiting abandoned places can be exciting, but sometimes they hide things that are truly unsettling. A tourist exploring an abandoned town in Peru stumbled upon an old, rusty cage. Inside was an owl, but it wasn't an ordinary one. Its face looked eerie. Almost unnatural, and its voice made a scary sound that made the tourist feel uneasy. He stayed still, staring at the strange bird for a while, unsure if he should stay or leave. Then he left the town, but the memory of that owl stayed with him. Unidentified creature. While exploring deep in the woods, a man was drawn to strange noises echoing around him. As he checked his surroundings, he was shocked by what he found. In the trunk of a tree was a strange creature, but its feet were like a duck's, and it had a long, twisted tail. Its face was even more unsettling. The man was shocked, unable to figure out what it was. It didn't seem natural, and he wondered if it was the result of a bizarre scientific experiment. He didn't stay there longer and left the site, which was the right decision. Giant owl. A group of friends set out for a camping trip in the woods, but they didn't expect to see something so strange. While walking through the forest, they spotted an owl sitting on a wooden stump. But this wasn't any ordinary one. It was so big that its wings completely covered the stump. They were puzzled, as seeing such a giant owl in daylight was unusual and hard to explain. No one could understand why it was like that, and after a few moments of staring, they quickly left the site, still in disbelief. Creepy hybrid. Now, what I'm about to show you, I'm sure you've never even imagined such a creature before. A woodcutter had finished all his work and was heading back home when he felt strange movement in the bushes nearby. He thought it might be an animal, but what came out was the opposite of what he had expected. A strange creature, half bat and half raccoon, and it was completely creepy. He had no idea what it exactly was. Maybe it had come from some scientist's lab where experiments were being conducted on it. Giant goat. A vlogger was exploring a village in Romania, recording his journey for his followers. Everything seemed fine until he saw something that shocked him. A big goat was sitting on the ground, but not in a usual way. It was sitting like a human. The sight was strange and terrifying. The goat wasn't moving, almost as if it wasn't alive anymore. The vlogger was puzzled, trying to understand what he was seeing. After observing for a while, he decided to leave the site, unsure of what exactly it was. Muscular crow. A local in Japan was on his way to buy groceries when he saw something that made him stop in his tracks. It was a crow, but not like any he had ever seen. This one had a muscular body, as if it had been built like an animal from a gym. He quickly pulled out his phone and recorded a video, sharing it online. The video went viral, and people started giving their opinions. Some believed it was the result of a scientific experiment, while others thought it was from another world. The mystery of the muscular crow spread quickly. Unusual cat. One night in a small town in Mexico, a local was suddenly woken by strange noises coming from his lounge. Curious and a bit worried, he went to check it out. What he saw made him feel really puzzled. A strange cat was sitting there, but its paws were creepy and its skin looked unnatural, almost like it didn't belong to this world. The man didn't know what it was, but he handed it over to the authorities. Since then, no one knew what happened to it or where it went, leaving the town in mystery. Rare being. A tourist was exploring a small village in Indonesia. Everything was fine until he heard a strange noise and noticed something unusual in the bushes a short distance away. At first, he thought it was a monkey, but when he got closer, he realized it was something entirely different, something he couldn't figure out. He observed it for a while and then left, but I did some research on this for you all, which gave me the idea that it was a tarsier. It is a tiny primate with big eyes, long fingers, and a tail. They live in trees, mostly in Southeast Asia. Scientific lab. In Mexico, a man accidentally wandered into a scientist's lab. Realizing he shouldn't be there, he quickly put on a lab suit so no one would recognize him. But what he saw inside shocked him. A strange goat was being examined by scientists. It had 5 eyes and a creepy, unnatural mouth. The man got scared, unsure of what he had just witnessed. He quickly managed to escape without being caught and promised never to return to that lab again. Unidentified creature. A hunter was walking through the woods when he noticed something unusual in the distance. At first, he thought it was a honey badger, but as he got closer, he got shocked. What he saw was no ordinary animal. It was a strange creature with an unusual, almost unsettling mouth. The hunter slowly moved closer to get a better look. But as he did, the creature suddenly got angry and showed signs that it wanted him to leave. Feeling uneasy, he decided to back off and let the strange being live freely in the woods. Strange fish. A group of tourists were exploring a frozen lake in Canada when something shocking happened. As they walked along the edge, they spotted a strange fish that seemed to come out of the thin ice on the surface, as if it didn't care about their presence. The tourists were unsure of what they were seeing. The creature eventually went back into the water, leaving the group puzzled and unsure of what they had just witnessed. Giant octo. A group of fishermen were relaxing on the beach when they spotted something unbelievable. A giant octopus had washed up on the shore. At first, no one dared to get close, unsure of what to do, but as they watched it, they realized it was a gentle giant. Deciding to help, they carefully pushed the octopus back into the sea, and after a long struggle, it went back in the sea. I wonder what other giant creatures might be hiding deep in the ocean. Strange creatures. A group of experts ventured deep into the Amazon rainforest, eager to uncover secrets of the wild. While they anticipated encountering big, well-known animals, what they stumbled upon was beyond imagination. The first discovery was a peculiar creature. It had the face of an owl, but a body resembling that of a fish. One of them cautiously held it in their hands, examining its bizarre features. Just as they processed the shock, they found a second being nearby, a lizard-like creature, but far from ordinary. Its massive mouth was lined with sharp, menacing teeth, making it look like it came straight out of another world. The team was left stunned, unsure of what they had found, but certain it was unlike anything they had ever seen. Huge crab. The deep sea has always been full of mysteries, with creatures so strange that they seem to come from another world. Back in 2009, a man was walking along the beach in China when he spotted something that completely startled him. In the distance was a giant crab, and it scared him at first. But then as he got closer, he realized it wasn't moving at all. Out of curiosity, he took a closer look and found that it wasn't alive anymore. Its appearance looked like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. He observed it for a while and then left the site. Extinct being. A man was passing by an abandoned house in Mexico when he heard strange noises coming from inside. Out of curiosity, he followed the sounds and made his way into the yard. What he saw shocked him. The famous extinct Tasmanian tiger was locked there. He quickly realized that scientists had been secretly keeping it and might perform some experiments. Realizing the risk of being caught, he decided to leave immediately, still trying to make sense of what he had just found. Musk oxen. A group of loggers went into the Russian mountains for exploration. Amid the breathtaking snowy terrain, they spotted a herd of musk oxen grazing peacefully. These unique animals, covered in thick, woolly fur, are perfectly adapted to survive in freezing conditions. With their curved horns and sturdy build, musk oxen have a majestic yet ancient appearance. The vloggers admired them from a distance, capturing the rare sight on camera before continuing their journey. Creature from past. Trail cameras often capture mysterious moments in the wilderness, but sometimes they reveal things so strange that they make people question everything they knew. One such instance occurred when a trail camera in the woods recorded something truly shocking. The footage clearly showed a velociraptor running through the forest. Authorities quickly launched an operation to catch it, but despite their efforts, the creature was never found. The mysterious sighting left everyone puzzled, and to this day, the mystery remains unsolved, with many wondering if they were witnessing a creature from the past or something else entirely. Gigantic croc. A man accidentally wandered too deep into the woods, unaware of what lay ahead. What he saw there shocked him. A gigantic crocodile lying motionless. The sight was terrifying at first, but as he got closer, he realized it wasn't alive anymore. Its massive jaws were open, but how it had met its end remained a mystery. He stood there for a while, taking in the strange scene, before deciding to leave the area, unsure of how or why the giant had ended up there. Irish elk. A man went into the woods for exploration, hoping to discover something unusual. As he went deeper, he saw a giant creature ahead. At first, he thought it was just a possessed deer, but when he took a closer look, he realized it was something far more extraordinary. The creature had impressive antlers and a massive frame, unlike anything he had ever seen. It was an Irish elk, a species thought to be extinct for thousands of years. He stood there, stunned, unsure whether to approach or stay hidden. Unexpected encounter. A taxi driver in South Australia was waiting for his customer when something strange happened. Out of nowhere, a creature appeared on the road. A Tasmanian tiger, an animal believed to be extinct. The tiger walked along the road as if it was looking for something to eat. The driver froze, stunned by the sight of such a rare being. Before he could react, the tiger went somewhere else, leaving the driver puzzled. Another world bird. In a small town in Portugal, a man heard strange noises coming from his yard. When he went outside to check, at first, he didn't see anything unusual. But then, suddenly, his eyes caught something on the roof. A strange bird was there, looking so scary, as if it had come from another world. Its body didn't have any special feathers or hair. It sat there for a while, making some scary noises, and then it left from there. All of this scared the man, and he feared it might be a sign of some upcoming trouble, but luckily, nothing happened. However, what it exactly was and where it went, no one knows. Loch Ness Monster. In 2009, a group of experts traveled to Scotland, determined to capture evidence of the legendary Loch Ness Monster. They searched through numerous lakes for weeks, but had no luck. However, after 2 weeks of relentless exploration, they finally saw something. Although the creature didn't fully surface, they could clearly see its long neck and the shadow of its massive body just beneath the water's surface. The sight left the group stunned and in disbelief. After a few seconds, it disappeared back into the depths, leaving the experts to wonder if they had truly witnessed the elusive monster. Unidentified being. A man was driving home late at night and was about to park his car outside his home when something unexpected happened. A strange creature appeared in front of him, looking like a baby dinosaur. It kept moving around quickly, as if trying to hide. The man, startled, managed to record a video of the creature and shared it online. People had different opinions on what it was. Some thought it might be a night heron, while others believed it could be a baby dinosaur. The mystery was left unanswered. Mysterious spider. While cleaning his garden one afternoon, a man noticed something strange on his finger. It was a spider, but not like any he'd seen before. This one had a long, unusual tail, as if it had stepped out of a sci-fi movie. He couldn't help but wonder if it was the result of a scientific experiment, or perhaps a creature from another world. After a brief moment of shock, he carefully placed the strange spider onto the tree, unsure of what he had just encountered. Secret footage. A video shared online from an unknown source left everyone puzzled. The footage showed what appeared to be an alien in a coffin and then being transported by some secret agencies. The video's quality suggested it was quite old. Video went viral quickly, and people had different opinions about it. Some believed the alien might still be alive somewhere in the world, while others thought there could be many more hidden away. The mystery left everyone wondering what the truth really is. Unexpected encounter. A tourist was exploring the woods in Romania, but accidentally wandered too deep. There, he saw an abandoned old building from which strange sounds were coming. Nervously, he got closer and saw a strange creature passing through the wall and entering the building. He couldn't understand what it was or what it was doing. He decided it was better to leave, but I did some research on this for you all, which gave me an idea that it was definitely a pangolin, just much bigger than usual. Petrified giant. A man who spent his life studying giant crocodiles heard an unbelievable story. The oldest and biggest croc in the world lived deep in the forests of Brazil. Driven to find it, he made the long trip and searched tirelessly. After a tough and exhausting journey, he finally found something completely unexpected. There, trapped in a rock, lay the huge croc. It wasn't alive, but its scary look made him feel terrified. He had found what he was searching for, but it was too late to learn anything more from the once mighty creature. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. In the late 1800s, something strange happened in Tombstone, Arizona. A group of cowboys claimed to have seen a giant bird-like creature flying above the town, looking like a pterodactyl, a prehistoric flying reptile. This creature had huge wings, with some saying its wingspan was about 18 feet long. The story was reported in a local newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph, in 1890, but no one was able to prove it with photos or physical evidence. Over time, the tale has become a part of local legend. Some people believe it really happened, while others think it's just a myth. The mystery of the Tombstone Thunderbird still lingers, leaving many to wonder if this strange creature could have been real, or if it was all just a wild story.